All right, now we're doing 8Q Beginner Series number 2, Clock. This is by Fortis, and 90% of the people like it. Clock shows H hours in minutes and S seconds after midnight. Our task is to write a function which returns the time since midnight in milliseconds. For example, 1 minute, 1 second. So 1 minute times 60 seconds times 1,000 milliseconds is going to be 60,000, and 1 second times 1,000 milliseconds is going to be 1,000, so 61,000. All right. So we could do that. We could do the whole. H times blah 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 plus M times blah 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 plus S times blah blah blah. And that would work, but we wouldn't learn anything because, whatever. So what we're going to do on this one is we're going to use some new things that we haven't used too much, or we haven't used at all on this, actually. And the first thing is going to be this date constructor, right? We're going to be using a new date right here. And when called as a constructor, it returns a new date object. There it is right there. There's a whole page. Creates a JavaScript date instance that represents a single moment in time in a platform-independent format. Date objects contain the number that represents milliseconds since the 1st of January, 1970 UTC. All right. So what are we trying to see here? Anyway, it doesn't give any examples like we're going to use, but that's what we are going to use. So first we're going to start with new, and then we're going to say date, and inside of there, and then we're going to say set hours. And here's the set hours thing right here. The set hours method sets the hours for a specified date according to local time and returns the number of milliseconds since January 1st, 1970 at midnight UTC until the time represented by the updated date instance. All right, so we're going to do this set hours, and first we're going to say H M S. Look here. Here's the syntax right here. Hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds value. All right. Well, we're not going to worry about the milliseconds, obviously. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to subtract that by midnight of whatever day it is. Okay. So we're going to say, what is it? Of this day, I should say. So we're going to say new date dot set hours, and it's going to be midnight, just like that. And so this subtracts these well, that's just going to do what we're doing right here. Let's see. Awesome. Anyway, so my solutions, and only guy here that did it. Oh. Ha. That wasn't right. I just got lucky. Anyway, this is what I did before. But let me do this again and show you why it's actually not good. Hold on. Let's attempt it. Still did well. I'm going to change it one more time because this one was giving me problems earlier. Okay, see? There we go. When it's high enough, it'll bust out something like this. It'll give me 60,999 instead of this. And so, to correct that, we go like this. Wrap it up again. Put Math.ceil. And Math.ceil is the function that always rounds the number up to the next largest integer. So we do that, and then it's guaranteed. See, there we go, right there. Attempt it. It's good. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, there's the solution. So best practice, very much like it, and we'll see you next time.